Welcome to the American Dota League. It's week number 4. We're going to be watching Union Gaming going up against Top 5. I'm What Is Hip, and with me for tonight's broadcast is Coddle Guy.
How's it going, my friend? Happy to be here. This is going to be an excited broadcast. I'm ready to bring it. It's going to be fun. Top 5.
Man, I was so excited. I was so excited. I thought we were going to get a patch.
Yeah.
Volvo
likes to cock tease like that, apparently, and take us down, get us all excited and tickled, and then they're just like, no, never mind, it's back, boys.
Oh, that was painful, but no patch yet. But Mott is not here, at least for this series. I do believe he will be back for series number 2. So it's just me and Coddle Guy bringing you tonight's first series, Top 5s versus Union Gaming. Apologies if you came for the Mott nips. Gonna have to go with the Coddle Guy and the hip beard or something. I don't know.
And if you're wondering why, like, it's just so frustrating we can't have the patch now. I mean, just look at the bans. This is why.
This is what life has come to in 6.8.
Well, I wonder if Centaur is going to be in the first round of picks. You know, it's just like
probably Batrider and Lycan. Yep. Well, here we go.
Lycan made its way through, so that's got to be grabbed up first. Greg can't let that go over.
Yeah, can't be letting him go through. God forbid we had some new heroes. Although today, you know, I was watching EG versus TL, and EG had a mid PA, a Wisp. What else did they had? They had some crazy picks. They had Liquid. They had an Enigma, I think, or maybe that was Liquid. I don't know. It was exciting. I'm ready for that to happen again.
Maybe the players are just getting bored of it as well, and they want to change things up, but things are going to change. They're going to flip. Some heroes might do a complete 180 as far as their viability in the game after this upcoming patch, but alright, we're just going to have to dream. We'll just hold off more patch talk, I guess, and come back to our same stale old 6.AO.
Alright, well, we got a Treant Protector, so this is at least a little bit different. EG obviously have been playing this hero quite a bit, and I have to say PPD's tree is really on a whole nother level. I'll be interested to see how Top 5 decide to play it, and if it's nearly as effective as when PPD does, because, you know, it's just gross. Like, it's approaching first round ban, PPD's tree. It's so good.
Yeah, I see a lot of teams even do the respect ban on that, but he's a hero who could still offer so much. He got that recent nerf to his living armor to increase the cooldown earlier in the game, which definitely does a bit of an impact, but he still can just roam so nicely with the help of Leech Seed and just get shit done. He hits like a truck, you know, one of the biggest hitters at the start of the game, so easy last hits are also guaranteed, and he's just got so much to offer, and I'm not surprised that he's not picked up more often, but I'm also a little bit eager here, Greg, because Top 5, we gotta remember, we last saw Top 5 play for the Summit to try to get in and play with the rest of the best of the North American scene, and they had to play ban Earth Spirit. They lost both, but that was also the first game was the one where they unfortunately handed over the Divine Rapier via Courier.
Oh, that was the most horrible thing I've ever experienced. Union Gaming were also in the semifinals. They went up against the North American Rejects, and were taken down by the eventual winners of the tournament. So, got a little bit of a semifinals. You know, this could have been the semifinals for yesterday's Summit game. So, looking forward to watching both these teams play and seeing how it ends up. And I don't know. Second round of bans, we see Centaur, Clockwork, Dazzle, and Nature's Prophet. Again, all pretty normal stuff. Dude, I'm so ready for the new patch. Goddamn.
Yeah, Top 5 obviously taking priority and removing a lot of the more top-tick off-laners, and it's leaving not much left here. I mean, you still got a Nyx to fall back on if you want to use something like that, but Union Gaming already with the Lycan grab, they're probably going to lean towards a little more push-heavy. Now, they already have a little bit of crowd control with the puck. It's a bit interesting to grab the puck this early. I mean, I guess he could be flexible where you could put him in the mid or the off-lane, so they have that factor where they can make audibles and change things up, and I really like this grab. Not only the denying Union Gaming from one of the better pusher, supports in Shadow Shaman, but they grab for themselves being on the dire side, which is where he strives best.
Yeah, absolutely. And Shadow Shaman is just such a high impact support, and Shadow Demon to pick up for Union Gaming as well. You know, this is one of the small changes in the later part of this patch. Shadow Demon has certainly become a bit more popular, and people are really just starting to experience how good Shadow Poison is and how good Disruption is against stuns and Batrider, and Shadow Poison especially can just put out an unreal amount of damage if you get 5 or 6 stacks. I know Liquid game, Way 2 got 7 stacks and they just wiped the whole team. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, Shadow Demon has a lot to offer. He has great wave clearing. He can prevent a lot of heavy push with that poison. And of course, Soul Catcher, if put out perfectly, can just cause way too much damage. Plus, when you're going against a Bat Rider, you can use the disruption as a bit of a counter from him being able to get a quick pick off and lockdown. Absolutely. And I like the fire back by top 5. They grab up the Mirana. Maybe they were thinking about going for it, but now definitely grabbing up and not allowing Union Gaming to try to go for any sort of Mirana Shadow Demon combo is nice. So they secure that one. And for their offlaner, they're going to go with the Darkseer, which has been seeing a lot of promise in the hands of like Universe. This guy can make shit fly. His ultimate and vacuum all thrown together can just cause a world of hurt, especially with the Shadow Demon if he gets an appropriate Soul Catcher and a lot of poison off with the help of vacuum. Even Puck, this team has a lot of synergy already going for him.
Yeah, absolutely. And the one thing that some people might not like nearly as much about Darkseer is he does take a bunch of levels to sort of get his full skill set. He really needs to be a level 11 before he can have the biggest impact on the game. You need that level 2 wall. Obviously, at level 10, it's not nearly as good when you only have one level in it. So you really do need to stay in lane or in the jungle or somewhere for quite a while to really get that full skill set. You need a while to make sure you can actually get vacuum as well, because you're going to be leveling up Ion Shell during the laning phase. So we need some space, we need some time, but he definitely can have a huge impact on the way the mid-game team fights go down, and we've seen Universe prove that time and time again, especially when he's aided by a Blink Dagger or a Puck to help set things up. And I really like this hero. I hope he finds a more steady place in the metagame.
Yeah, pretty much the whole team works very nicely together. The Puck, I'm just seeing more and more, is going to bring it all together. The Coil helping him lock down, hold him in place for the Lycan to beat on him is going to be very, very nice. This is a team that's going to try to explode very quickly around the mid game. Once Lycan starts getting maybe into his book, already has the Medallion and Vlad's and what have you. Darkseer's starting to get his own mobility, whether it's a Blink Dagger, at least a lot of levels into the vacuum, and that's when things are really going to start kicking off for Union Gaming, whereas top 5, they still can kind of decide their own pace here. They can go for more delayed into late game if they get someone like maybe the Luna here to, stride in that run, or they can go very aggressive very early. I don't know. Pugna could pop out, if they want to do heavy push and try to take it to Lycan, but they also need some good wave clearing here. There's going to be a lot of creeps that could be coming out.
Yeah, it kind of depends on... Well, there it is, the Dragonite. So I guess this is going to be the core Mirana, Dragonite in the mid lane. And that was sort of the question I had. Is this going to be a support Mirana? Is it going to be a core Mirana? And there's our answer, as we see the Dragonite picked up as the last pick. And, Dragonite, one of those mid carries who can spam down waves, and in the later parts of the game just deal unbelievable amounts of physical damage to huge crowds. Once you get that level 16, the level 3 Dragon form, and you have something like an AC... The amount of damage you can put out is just absolutely ridiculous. Yesterday, I really think we saw Korok just carry the NA rejects in the last series of the day on Dragonite. So, just a really high-impact hero. Good against push lineups with Breathe Fire, with Elder Dragon form. The splash damage from level 11 ult and level 16 ult is pretty good as well. So, I think this is a nice, neat little pick to just tie everything together, put a bow on it, and, have their team. It's pretty well balanced. I like it a lot.
Yeah, I'm not too sure which team really has the upper hand in this draft. There's a lot of good counters from both sides coming back and forth. You always have the tree there to try to lock down the Lycan from really getting off his full momentum. They have the good Wombo combo to fall back on here. I'm really curious what the 5th and final grab here is going to be, because it's just right now both teams seems like they might have a very respectable early game and just kind of go for their own farm and then just see what happens into the mid game. Or they might go more aggressive early in the game and not allow top 5 to get to the point where Mirana could even be a problem at all. But I don't know. I'm still leaning towards kind of Union Gaming with this one just because Lycan's so ridiculous.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Lycan's he's such a force. It's absolutely ridiculous. And, we'll see. Can he be shut down this game? It is a Radiant Lycan, which a lot of teams are a lot more okay with playing. So, hard to say. And the Chen is the one to tie it all together. So it looks like they're going to be looking to bring pressure early and often. So this is a very clear team. We know what they're going to be doing.
Yeah, both teams' game plans are pretty see-through. I think we know what both of them are going to want to get done, but we'll see how it goes, man. A nice little Northern American versus Southern American matchup. Do expect the pauses because it is a Southern American match. We do have one stand-in to note as well. For Union Gaming, Mr. Black Barrow, who must be playing on a BlackBerry, Greg, because this guy could not load into the game.
He had some he had some serious issues loading into the game. But again, guys, this is the American Dota League. If you're watching on stream, you can watch in-game. Go pick up the ticket in the Dota 2 store. It comes with this beautiful HUD, which I am sporting for the night. As,
Finally, someone can sport
Mott
it.
is apparently unable to use HUDs or something, so I don't know. But you can see it. I actually really like this HUD now.
Yeah.
It's nice and clean. But we'll go over the teams here. We've got the stand-in Black Barrow, like you mentioned. IWO, the master of hitting creeps. He's going to be on the lycanthrope in the bottom lane. Citadel, the mid laner, he's going to be on the puck.
30 seconds.
Already a D-ward. Nova, he's going to be playing the Chen, and Jericho on the Shadow Shaman. Or Shadow Demon. Oh, dear God. I'm going to get these confused all game.
Yep. A lot of shadows happening here already. Top 5, bottom lane, Respect My Authority is going to be playing the Bat Rider. Kind of expecting that. Mid lane, it is going to be Mr. Tiburon, who I believe is new. At least he wasn't playing on top 5 when we were last casting this matchup. But he's going to be your Dragon Knight in the mid lane. Top, right behind, Pat Soul, of course. The good old carry is going to be playing Marana. And joining him in the lane will be Tree, played by Shanks, as well as Whatever, playing the Shadow Shaman. Now, it is to note, I believe Shanks was more of the core or carry role. I don't remember being so supportive last time we were watching him. I'm not sure if they switched up roles in this one.
Sand King a lot. I remember him. I still remember him playing Sand King. So sort of a similar-ish role, but we'll see how they do against the Darkseer here. He has had to take Iron Shell first, just so he can actually get some CS. But this means if he gets too close to the lane, they definitely have a good little toolkit here to bring him down. So he's gonna have to be careful.
Top 5 didn't bother going into the jungle and laying any sort of wards to prevent the Chen from getting in, you know, some easy access to jungle, but he is.
Top lane, I thought there was going to be an arrow, but there wasn't. He shackled him and they did an arrow.
Just trying to phase out that Darkseer, not allow him to get too close. This guy can get easy farm. Just throw down an Iron Shell and you'll get some gold. As you can see, throws it down and moves on in. As long as it's a melee creep, maybe he'll get some last hits in. It'll make things a little trickier as well, but Patsoul being arranged, you know, he's not going to have too much trouble with it.
Yeah, not too much at all. And another Shackle comes out here. There is an arrow this time going to come through. It is going to hit Black Barrow. That is a very long duration arrow. This is going to be your first blood going to Shanks, the tree.
Wow, they made that look easy. Easy to catch him out. Poor little Darkseer. Iron Shell level 1, didn't have Surge or anything to quite get away, and just got caught out with a pretty simple arrow. So props to Pat Soul on getting it started. Or like, I guess Shadow Shaman got it started with the nice shackle, but
yeah, it was that was the second time he did it, and the first time there wasn't an arrow, so you know, maybe he thought he might have been safe there. He tried to get away, but just not able to do it. Not enough room at all, and didn't work out. But Citadel in the mid lane doing pretty well.
Oh, bottom, hold on. They're making it go, and they rip apart the bat. That was rather easy. It simply took a disruption, followed up with the ensnare from coming out from the troll, and they clear him up easy.
Yeah, and one thing I was going to say about this bottom lane is there's nothing preventing IWO from farming down here. I mean, he's just going to be able to do whatever he wants.
Yep, should be no problem, and they're already putting really heavy assault, like you do with the Chen typically on your team, on the tower. It's going to be pretty low here. Bat Rider trying to show up. He does have Firefly try to slow it down, throwing out the napalms early. Already needs disruption. Be careful, my man. Wolves are taken out. Oh, nice. Get him out with the net. He's forced to fly, go right through the woods here to get away, and will be able to. But that pressure, this tower is actually going to go down 2 minutes and 30 seconds in. Tier 1 already taken. Props to Union Gaming on getting it done, and part of the reason why Lycan is pretty ridiculous.
In the meanwhile, there was a roam on Citadel in the mid lane while we were watching the bottom lane die, and he goes down to the Shadow Shaman.
A lot of spicy action all over the place, so expecting them to have a little more respect for each other, but I guess with the Chen coming out, it just shows that Union Gaming want to get the ball rolling very quickly. They haven't even given up on this bottom lane. With the help of the scripts and the Howl, it's no problem whatsoever.
Yeah, and in the mid lane, we'll see how Citadel can recover from this early death. He's doing pretty well in CS, and this lane, I think, does get a bit harder for the puck as you move forward. The Dragon Knight gets a bit more tanky. God damn it. I need to warm up or something.
Can't keep our eyes on this bot lane, man. This battery guy gets caught out again. Now Tree finally has to show up and it's like, what the hell's happening down here? God damn.
Someone asked for reinforcements.
We lost a tower. They're pelting the second one. Bat's down 2 times. What the hell's going on? So now Shanks is going to step in and try to help things out.
Yep, and now we see Citadel. He's taking the damage from the Breathe Fire. This is the problem for this lane. It's actually really hard to dodge it as well. Short phase shift makes it pretty difficult, so we'll see how this lane continues for Puck. I think he's going to need some help. It's also really hard to solo kill the Dragon Knight because he's got so much HP. Misses the Breathe Fire there, but careful. Keep
Yeah,
your eyes
Cineral
on this
needs
one.
to be careful because if he's like, I can't really hang here too long, you know, I'm about to get level 6. Once I get 6, maybe I'll go and try to use my coil, but by that point, Tiburon might just kind of bull rush through and take a tower of his own in that mid lane. But nice DD picked up here, but he immediately heads it all the way back. Oh no, sorry. Chen picks up a DD in the bottom lane and just holds it for himself and goes into the jungle.
Yep, and this Chen already had a great effect on this game, getting that first assist and helping set up the second kill as well on the Batrider. So things going pretty well for him, having an early impact on this game. And they know that with the Batrider, the Firefly cooldown's pretty long, so definitely opens a window of opportunity for them to push in. They did just that, and it's worked out pretty well for them.
It's going to be a long time. I mean, unless he finds some sort of farm somewhere, he's looking to go ahead and stack out the Ancients, but if he doesn't find any sort of farm relatively soon, it's going to be a long while before he gets that Blink Dagger, and they could use that.
Yeah, absolutely. They really do need that, and looks like the Treant is stacking camps for him right here, so at least he'll be able to come over and take that at some point. And Vlad's already done for Lycan. This is scary. 5 minutes.
We'll see how long it is before they maybe give him a smoke, throw him right into the Roach Pit, and try to clear that out quickly.
Yeah, I think solo you need level 6, so might see him wait just a little bit, but you know for sure this is definitely going to be a priority because an early Roach like this can open up a window of opportunity to start taking down tier 2s, you know? The tier 1s we've already seen aren't really a huge problem for them, so we'll see how it continues.
Shanks continues doing his sweep through as the tree puts down a nice little defensive obs in the mid lane. He'll make the long rotation back to the bottom. He's only level 2, so he's pretty neglected as far as XP, and he's got to be careful. Ewo's still hanging around here. He's going to pelt away at this tower, grab up some creeps for himself. Shadow Demon is there, you know, just as a bit of a babysit and nearby in case things go, you know, a bit awry, but he's actually going to make the shift down and look out for the rune right here.
Yeah, and this is pretty important because one way the puck can definitely get back into this is by picking up these runes. So, Cineral going to be thankful of supports, creating some space for him. Looks like the Treant coming over as well, and they're all smoked up. Actually, this could be. Oh, there's a smoke or a ward rather. Though. So they're going to go through.
He didn't see the smoke either. It's coming right his way. He's got to be careful.
Yeah,
no nature's guys or anything.
Yeah, he's only level 3, so he does have 2 points on living armor, trying to regen up. His teammates regen up the tower, and now it looks like, are they going to go in? They're looking for it. He's in a very good spot, though.
Yeah.
Now that now that the Lycan's here.
Nope. Oh, got him.
There's the disruption. Soul Catcher follow-up, and immediately he turns into the true form. That's going to get nuked down really fast. Fate time not even mattering. Tiburon coming in, though. The Moonlight Shadow creating a bit of opportunity here. And IWO, he's shackled up. There's a lot of heroes coming over. Arrow as well. He's going to go down. And, oh, nice CP reaction. Took a lot of effort, though.
It was a bit interesting. I mean, it looked like for a moment they had wiped out the tree so quick that they're like, hey, we might be able to take these guys coming in, but then it was just kind of one too many TPs, and they also came in with Moonlight Shadow, and the first one being the Dragonite right there was conveniently able to stun him right out, and then they just kind of focused him down while the other supports went through the back door to try to escape. So poor little Lycanthrope got caught out in his zone and should just immediately bailed.
Yeah, absolutely. He got a bit unfortunate there that there was so many TPs. Very aggressive ward coming out here for Jericho as well. And looks
Looking
like
to go through. Yep.
The pressure Dream Coil goes through on Tiburon. We'll see, do they have enough damage to bring him down? Waning Rift comes through. He still has a lot of HP. IWO trying to get him down here. There's the living armor. Is this going to be enough to keep him alive? It's going to be really close. 2 stacks on him. And he is alive. Man, 1100 HP with that bracer.
Top 5 trying to look to make them work. From all the games I've seen Top 5 do as well, it seems like they always have to come from behind. Like, they kind of have always a really early struggle in the game, and then they're about to be on the brink of coming back, but then just something happens, and it goes very, very bad. Like losing a Rapier in a quarter. I mean, they had nothing left, and they were, like, getting pushed in the base. Raxes were down, I believe, as well, and it's like, oh, they're going to win if they get this Rapier, and then it just goes away. And we'll see. They show that they can do a lot of really good execution and make a lot of serious plays happen, but we'll see. They're going to be against the wall, though, as another tower looks to be taken down in the mid lane.
Well, he just surged the Centaur. The stomp misses, though, in the mid lane. Cineral going deep. There's a Castle here as well, dropping the Starstorm in. Disruption on Jericho to keep himself alive. Is he going to make it out? There's a Leech Seed. And I think he's going to die. Down he goes. Very hard to judge the damage from that ability, but sometimes it can be quite a bit.
Yep, and only 2 levels of it was enough to take down the little weak support, so not too terrible there, but he will pull back. He's happy to just get something going for himself, because this is a pretty deprived tree, but tree can do some work even without the little bit of farm. Just living armor alone to heal up these towers, as you can see in the mid lane, and just help allies out is plenty enough, but he needs to get that 6. That overgrowth will help. It will help the shut down the mobility, especially on this Lycan, before he gets a BKB going for himself, so let's look for Tree to try to find some levels and get to that point.
And it looks like we're going to see a mechanism coming out here for the Darkseer. And, uh-oh. They've had some poor planning. They've got 2 mechs. The stand-in bought a mech, and so did the Chen.
God damn it. Stand-in blueberry blue.
Oh, God. Well, that's not great. That's certainly a... I mean, I guess maybe the Darkseer will be solo or something. I don't know. Seems pretty unlikely. Usually you don't want to buy 2 mechs.
Yeah, one of them will have to shift or something into a pipe or something to make it worth their while. But even then, I don't even know. But yeah, a bit of miscommunication. Unfortunate way to spend some of the gold you've been earning very quickly in this early game. Hopefully they'll just bounce back from that and make it work.
Never can when there's 2 heroes right next to each other with 2/3 of a mech. But Cat's all going to go to work now on the top tower, trying to bring down that tier 1. And
top tower is
what is
under
Citadel
attack.
working on? He has finished up his
Radiant
shred, so his
structures are
Blink Dagger's going to be
fortified.
delayed, and Batrider has already completed his. So
Yeah.
top 5, I think, have recovered pretty nicely from the very early aggression coming out from Union Gaming. It's just a matter of can they sustain it in the mid game once IWO really becomes a threat.
It's a bit interesting here. They, Union Gaming successfully take down nearly 2 towers on the side, which is great, but they're not looking to shift other lanes just yet. As I say that, they're pushing in mid, but they're really working for this one. It's not coming as easy as it did on the bottom lane. And they're not looking also to shift to Roshan just yet. There's just a little too much action happening in this mid lane. It'd make things easier if they could remove this tier 1 tower, but they're not getting it. Blinken comes, Respect's gonna lasso up Nova. Nova is gonna be taken down immediately. Chen, see you later, buddy. They're defending it once more.
Yeah, that was damage. Brought him down quite quickly.
Dire's
2
bottom
trolls.
tower is
Gonna have to
under
go back to
attack.
base and heal up now. Man, that was he got nuked real fast. That was sad.
Now they're going to shift away here, so we'll see. I mean, if attention is diverted elsewhere, maybe Evo can then look to take the next step, but for now, just a continuation of some sweet, solid farm, but bit of a footsie action here in the mid lane. Dragon Knight also wants to stay strong in the mid. He knows that he can get the upper hand and try to take a tower himself if people commit elsewhere.
Yeah, and he's doing pretty well for himself. He's already got 1 bracer. Interestingly, is not going to finish the drums quite yet. Has picked up an Ogre Club to give himself even more HP. So he's up to almost 1,500 HP here at 12 minutes. So he is quite tanky. They're going to have a hell of a time bringing him down.
I'm curious to see where Patsol's going to take this. Hardcore Mirana is not something we kind of see every day. So do you kind of go with pure damage? Do you go early defensive item like a Lincoln's? Do you hold the reliable Yasha priority first? I mean, do you have any opinions? I'm not too sure.
I don't know. He's getting pretty good farm, so I think he could probably just go right for Yasha. He might want to finish the drums just for the HP though. So he is pretty not tanky. And obviously that's a priority for these teams, is getting that HP up, especially like Tiburon. And now they're initiating on the mid lane. Citadel has been dragged tailed. Nova's getting dragged back. Overgrowth not coming out quite yet. There it is finally. Hand of God as well. Flame Break going through whatever. Able to take down the Chen in through it all. Citadel, he's running away. Not going to make it out. Dies to the leech seed. The stand-in. Black Barrow. Tiburon is just bringing him down. Breathe Fire enough to do that. And top 5 taking easy 3 kills. Hold the tower. And, well, they made that one look real easy.
Yeah, that was just a perfect line of defense to throw out. Arrow to fly here. They're not done quite yet, but Shao Team will not quite be close enough. But, yeah, man, with the help of the wards, of course, obviously Tree, now level 6, can prevent them from moving around, holds them in place, and the rest of the team is easy to clean up. The ward is just constantly putting out heavy damage, and no wall, no nothing can stop it. And obviously none of those 2 mechs completed to help them survive, so it's rough times. Top 5, man. Nice defense. They're holding the tower. They know it's a very precious tower for them.
Yeah, that one, since they've already lost their bottom tier 1, you want to try to keep this one as well as the other, especially since there's a Lycan on the other team. So you want to try to make sure you have some access to the Roche pit and make it so you can stop that if it does happen. So
For now, though, he's top, near 2K gold. Obviously, it looks like he's going to go right for the Necro Book. You know, he's got that belt of strength, unless he's going with early, what are they called? Oh my god, Power Treads.
Power Treads? Oh.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's probably straight
with the amount of
Necro
build
Book.
he has, I think he's going to go right for the Necro Book. Seems like the normal build these days. I tend to like that build. I think it's good.
Gets the job done. I just went against it. Oh my god, actually, I'm having like flashbacks. I just played a solo game by myself. I'm like, oh, I'll play solo again. Why not, right? Playing support. What could go wrong? Their whole team goes like Chen, Shadow Shaman, Lycan, Mass Push, all Necro Books. My team has Magnus Jungle. Like, I just... and now I'm done playing solo again for another week or two, but...
well, interestingly here, Mirana's actually picked up the Midas, so not too weird of a pickup for the Mirana. A lot of Miranas like this. Some don't really pick it up at all, but some really like it to bring you some scaling into the later parts of the game. And, you know, they've got the Dragonite, who's got so much HP. He's just holding it down for them right now. There's just no way for them to kill them in that fight. I mean, they used a lot of ultimates. They used Wall Vacuum, and he came out with over half HP, so...
Well, let's see if we can make this happen again. They're smoked up, flirting around the mid lane. They want this tower. There's the surge in, quick disruption. Soul Catcher go out, will catch Pat Soul in the world of hurt, but a nice little leap. Will he get away from this one? Big damage, a lot of poison. Moonlight Shadow, overgrowth, TPs to come in. They're looking for reinforcements. They got to pull back here. They're trying to make a run. Arrow to fly will go right between. Not even a couple of tomatoes can stop him here, but a good little Ether Shock will cease the opportunity briefly.
Another great defense, and somehow Pat Soul makes it out alive. Great leap there, and, well, that definitely puts a little stopper in the plans of Union Gaming. They have to back up, reset a little bit, and now this is a lot harder. This Dragonite almost has a BKB. He has 81 CS, 2 kills, and he's got to be close to the top of the net worth. Yeah, he is. Him and Mirana.
Union Gaming have got to be, oh, whoa, right behind him. In the mid lane, an Arrow nearly get the support, but nope, Nova, you are not safe. The big ball is going to be disrupted out. He's brought back regardless, trying to make a run to the north here. Can he get away? Nope. Flame break and a few auto attacks later. Chen is down once again, and I was just about to say, man, Union Gaming, they got to be nervous. I'm sure they had a lot more objectives they thought they were going to have done by now, like at least all the tier 1s down, maybe working on tier 2s. Roche would be long gone, but none of that's happening anymore. Successful early start in the bottom lane, but now look at this. Top 5 are taking control of the Roshan themselves. With the help of those wards, it's going to be easy.
Yeah, part of it definitely comes down to really nice itemization here. Out of the Dragonite, there's been some very key wards, and the overgrowths have also been pretty much perfect for Shanks. I mean, he's done a great job of just, in that first big fight, stopped everyone right next to the wards. The last one froze everyone to make it so they could reset the fight, get the Mirana out of there, get a lot of TPs in with Moonlight Shadow on as well, and just good at play from Top 5. And Union Gaming, they need to get back into this one. Citadel, very close to the Blink Dagger. That's definitely going to be something that can help that along. And, well, I'm not talking about Union's items, but over on Top 5, you have a Force Staff picked up for the Bat Rider and a Blink Dagger for whatever. Those are 2 huge items.
Now the initiation gets a bit out of control, but we'll see which team can get the better jump now that Puck has a Blink Dagger of her own. I was trying to think of what was else. I mean, I was impressed by how much farm that Pat Soul's acquired so quickly. I feel like the last time we looked at her, we were like, oh, what's she going to get next? Yeah, since then, she's gotten a Midas and has the Aegis and 3,100 gold. So much gold so quickly. Now she can look to build into maybe some extra damage, maybe a little survivability, but whatever is the case, Pat Soul is rich.
Yeah, Pat Soul is just, he's opened up a small bank and he's just taking everyone's money, so we'll see what he buys next. I mean, that could be, I think the Yasha is a possibility. He could go straight for a big damage item, like a Desolator or something. That would be kind of neat. Well, they grab the Dark Seer. He's going to live through this one. He does have a lot of HP. There's the mechanism. He is just one right click away, though. Down he goes. Pat Soul going to pick that one up and own it. You hear it for Top 5. As I don't think Union Gaming have gotten a kill since that skirmish in the bottom lane.
No, this has got to be very morally depriving right now to feel that you've only gotten pretty much one significant done this whole game, and that was right at the start with a couple of pickoffs on the Bat, but as you can tell, man, Bat is back. He's doing work. Bottom lane, they drop the wards. They're going to commit for this. One rotation to come, but I don't think that's going to be enough to try to stop him. Lycan's already here, so a Chen and Lycan on hand if they try to squander it, but not even them. They can't even do anything. The wards rip it apart, make it look easy, and they pull back.
Yeah, and that's the beginning, I think, of a pretty long decline here for Union Gaming. I mean, just such a weak reaction to that big push, and with the wards down, there's not really anything they can do. I think a lot of it comes down here to the initiations that Citadel can get, and honestly, a huge amount comes down to Black Barrow, what he can make happen on this Darkseer. I mean, at this point, they need like a perfect team fight. They need a good pick-off to start it from Citadel, and I'm not sure if they're going to get it.
Nope. I mean, there's always a small glimmering hope that maybe they can synchronize everything together and just execute the most perfect kind of team fight with the Darkseer, with the coil and what have you. But other than that, like, that's it. By then, you have to hope that either A, your Lycan's kind of cleaning house, or B, he's in a different lane, literally cleaning out the house and the base. But that's looking pretty far-fetched at this point.
Yeah, things are getting tough. Well, Necro 3 is coming up for the Lycans, so, I mean, he's still farming, he's still CSing, but Union Gaming just haven't been able to get anything done. Since that very initial push, they've really done nothing on the map, you know? We haven't seen any forward progress towards objectives. They've picked up a couple items, but, I mean, Shen, I don't even know if he's going to finish his mech now that Darkseer has finished his. He's sitting on 1,300 gold, 2 components of it.
This has got to be like the 5th or 6th go-around that Shen's been floating around this mid lane trying to get this tower, but that goddamn tree keeps healing that goddamn tower. He can't take it down. They got to pull back and start from scratch once again.
Yeah, man, that's so frustrating. If you can't get the push done when you group up like this, it's just so annoying to play against a Tree Protector. And, you know, with the Necro 3, I expect them to commit maybe a bit harder to this lane. It's also possible that they're just going to send the Lycan up towards the top lane and split push it out. Looks like that. Not really sure what they're doing. They seem to be doing both. Yeah, they're going to head up towards the top lane. There's a huge defense set up middle, so they really just want to avoid that. There are TPs on everyone, though, and we've already seen they can easily reset the fight in another lane, so
yeah,
they're going to smoke up. I think they know what's happening here.
Plus, to know with the Moonlight Shadow, and they can TP in with it and everything, this could get ugly real quick. There's already on-foot rotations coming from a couple of the supports, the Batrider and leading the front here, but Union Gaming are not at the tower just yet. This is going to take a lot of time. The tower is full. I don't think they can do this, Greg. I think they're going to get jumped.
Batrider is coming in. Is he going to be able to grab someone? He grabs Nova, pulls him way back. Is he going to go down? Overgrowth as well. He does get the Hand of God off before dying. Not quite enough damage here. It looks like they're missing El Tiburon in the front. He is their damage. Going to work. 3 down. Still no one have died from top 5 somehow. And IWO, he's on the way out of here. Citadel blinking away as well. And again, they just get nothing done. They lose 3 of their heroes. Don't get a kill.
Top 5 is so in control of this game, it's a bit ridiculous. They could set the pace. Look at this. They're trying to make a shift to the mid. They're like, okay, they're all top. They committed all the TPs. Now we can finally get this tier 1. They're actually looking to make a jump on whatever, but another TP to come in. They're going to try to defend it once more. Here it comes. It's Shanks, the big bad tree, roaming on through the wolves, rather, pelting away. This is the lowest this tower's been yet. He's throwing on the armor. He's trying to take it back, and it looks like they will.
Yeah, I mean, everyone's left. Old Patsoul, Tiburon have hooked up for a solo kill in the top lane.
Nice quick pick off, and they're going to pick a tower themselves. Dragon doing a bit of work right there. It's very, very low, and that's it. What we thought, or what at least I know what Union Gaming thought, they were going to control the map and clear out all the towers before Top 5 even got the chance, but that's blowing up in their face real quick, and now they're about to be on the brink of losing all map control altogether.
I mean, just look at the net worth here of the cores. This is a huge problem. I mean, the Dragonite sitting at 10,000 gold, the Puck at 6,000. A huge disparity between the mid laners. I mean, the Shadow Shaman has almost as much farm as the Puck. This is a problem. And Puck's going for a Dagon, I think. Ugh. I don't think that's going to do anything.
It's feeling a bit desperate, like a desperate Dagon, to try to get some kills going, but I don't know. We'll see. Citadel has never really had the opportunity to kind of lead the way for a push.
I hope this is not a Dagon.
That's always plausible as well. But they need more wave clearing. It's just... it's getting about out of hand. Top 5, look at this tower, mid lane. Near full again. This tree, unreal. Patsoul league front.
Oh god, that's frustrating. It's already over 1,000 HP.
Unreal.
Oh man.
They're making Union Gaming work for this one. I don't know. To be honest, if this was just me in the game, I'd be like, guys, we can't do it. It's clear. We cannot do it. We're done. Let's just move on to the next game. But Union Gaming, they feel like there's a lingering hope for them to get something going, and I'm really curious to see if that's going to happen.
Yeah, I'm not sure. And now top 5 bearing down on the mid lane. And, well, That's a story we've seen before. Nova getting picked off, dragged back, taken down immediately, whatever. Blinking forward. Not quite close enough to get a Hex off there. But Top 5 just making this look incredibly easy.
This is Batrider getting a bit of redemption from the bottom lane when he was once picked off multiple times by said Chen, just getting his sweet revenge, grabbing him up, blasting him back, and showing him an unmerciful death. And now with the help of wards and the dragon form, this tower is like paper. You're gonna rip it apart, take it down, and just move on to the next objective. And only one more tier 2 stands now for Union Gaming. Moonlight Shadow, they're gonna look to blow it back, jump right in. And they get a Hex here. Elo in a bit of trouble. This is the Precious Lycan, now shackled up, bursted down, Disruption briefly going to save. Nice vacuum wall. I don't know if it's going to be enough, though. We're looking to push on through. Dragon will fly away here. Necrobook to chase him down by Chen as well. But meanwhile, up above, Cinderella caught out and ripped apart. Now, Lycan leading the charge here is trying to go on the Dragon Knight, but Dragon Knight's looking to heal up. Patsoul is nearby, but the Necrobook, man.
Doesn't look great for Tiburon.
Yep, the Wolves chasing in. Patsoul can't stop it. Patsoul looking to run, has a leap if he needs it, even an arrow and what have you, but all in all, ends up being what? A 2 for 3 in the end, I think?
Well, I think it was a 2 for 2, but they also lost their tower.
Oh, okay.
So, Men and Burn getting that little final pick off on Tiburon here, but they lost their tier 2 tower. Mirana has a Lincoln Sphere and 4,000 gold. How does he have 174 CS on Mirana? That's just ridiculous.
Stop. I think just from the get-go of the game top lane, it was just no threat, no qualms, no problems. I'll just continue to farm it out. And we were questioning where he was going to go next. Got a Midas, and just for every single time, just got his Midas going. Kept the farm going. I mean, we've seen it time and time again. Patsoul gets it done, man. Even on Gyrocopter, the opportunity to take the game back just himself. He puts in serious work.
At risk here. Pops a Waning Rift. This might prompt a go. Movement. Oh, blinked out. Very nice shot.
Oh, the orb was used. If he got caught, it was guaranteed over.
Patsoul, I mean, I like this item build quite a bit if you're going for farming Mirana. You get the Perseverance, the regen from the Lincoln Sphere to make it so you can farm more effectively with the Starstorm. And now he's gone for the Maelstrom, which gives you damage in team fights, also gives you extra farming ability as well. He's definitely going to be looking to finish that into a Mjolnir, I think, and he's going to be putting out quite a bit of damage at that point.
Mjolnir, you could throw the active on the Dragon Knight, Tree, or whoever wants to run right in there, and plus with the extra procs of the Chain Lightning, you can clear out those annoying little Ched creeps very easily. So, without a doubt, solid pick up there for Patsoul.
Well, arrow sailing through, they're just going to snag off this creep here. And that's an Aghanims on the Shadow Shaman. Well,
so Top 5's pushing game has jumped to the next level, and a level that either matches or moves beyond Lycans at this point.
You know, I can't say that this is an item that we're used to seeing on Shadow Shaman, but it's certainly going to get the job done.
I wonder if he'll get a refresher next.
I mean, if he's got the Ags, I think you got to go for the refresher, right? Well, finally, BKB done for IWO.
This can help. It can help a little.
I mean, that means they just lasso the Lycan, right?
Yeah, I mean, you go for the lasso on the Lycan and just hope that Darkseer doesn't get a nice vacuum off, or the Disruption doesn't screw things up too bad, and then that way Lycan throw, most of his duration on the BKB is taken apart, but in case he gets caught out with an overgrowth, it kind of will help with that a bit. So, I mean, we'll see if he can make the best of it.
I mean, there's a BKB on the Batrider as well.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
That's bad.
Yeah. The Purge will slow him still, right? But it won't do damage, so I guess you can throw out the Purge on the bat to slow him from taking your precious lycanthrope away.
Yeah, I'll be interested to see who he actually goes for on the lasso. Now that the BKB is up for the Lycan, it might be a bit harder for them to kill him. But still a very tempting target in the Chen. I don't think we've seen like a single Zen map this game, just because Nova's been the target of the Batrider every single time.
Making a go on the top tier 2.
Why is Shadow Shaman in the Radiant base?
He was in the base, like waiting it out now. I don't know why he could have just waited for the wards and snuck something, but he wants to fight going top lane where there's been a lasso calling on the lycanthrope. So there's your answer, Greg. Overgrowth gonna fly out, and still they're locking down Darkseer. Darkseer finally gets the wall down. Pull back, not quite enough as Tiburon moves on to a double kill. They're cleaning house. Lycan try to run away from this one. BKB's good for now, my friend. Lingering tower shot, but he's on the run. Nice 4-staff forward. No flame break, it looks like, and it's going to be too far at this point. That wolf is just too fast.
He might keep going for this. He has Blink Dagger up. Nope.
I was saying if he could sneak to the side area and try to get a TP off, but not the case. He makes the long run all the way back, and tower doesn't fall. Shaman, I was questioning. I guess he was pretty precious in that fight to hold off the Darkseer, but if he lingered long enough on the bottom and waited out for the wards, he probably could have snuck some serious damage in on the base, but... Well, they make the right choice. They end up winning that fight, and now they're looking to make a push down from the north.
Yeah, and I mean, they take a very convincing fight, and, well, they're going to just move towards the racks now, and Chen has actually had to pick up a Maelstrom. That's interesting. Are there any Necrobooks or anything? Huh. Well, I guess this is now a farming Chen.
He's just like, I need to get rid of these waves from pushing into our base, I guess.
Yeah.
You know, he's just trying his best to clear out the lanes, try to get the equilibrium back in the enemy's side, but that's going to be really rough. There's just too much wave clearing. Now with Pat Soul doing damage, Chain Lightning and Null down, Aether Shock, what have you, it's top 5 game to win.
Oh, mid lane though. Whatever, taking a lot of damage here from the Lycan and the Wolves. Overgrowth going to pop out. IWO turns on the BKB, takes down the Shadow Shaman. The ward's still going to work here. There's the lasso on IWO. They're going to try to bring him down. He has BKB still on. Now finally it's out. Chenas goes down. The Breathe Fire from Tiburon. Enough to solidify that one. Now Respect moving forward. Jericho's burning, taking right clicks. He's going to get Dragon Tail brought down by Pat Soul, and I think this game is drawing to a quick conclusion.
It looked pretty hopeful there at the start with the quick pickoff on their Shaman. Shaman still got his ward off, you know, regardless, but it was clearly not enough as they quickly lasso up the Lycan once more, burst him down, and that's about all she wrote. And Darkseer's lingering nearby. He's got wall. He'll throw it down, make a little bit of a vacuum happen here. This is going to be a little bit interesting. Citarol, though, see you later. Quickly bursted down the little fairy, so never mind. Yellow 360 leap coming out from Pat Soul. Right-clicking down. The man with the pointy head. Uh-oh. Black Barrow jumps back, jukes away, but you can't not escape, my friend. Mr. Soul will acquire another kill and go into dominating. Jericho thinking he can make something happen here. They want the precious Mirana, but she's got an Aegis, boys. Nova, in the meantime, making a run up. Very low life. There's the hand of God, but it will not matter. And, yeah, okay.
Well,
respect to my authority. Respectfully cleans up the rest of the team, and now they'll call the GG.
Alright, well, we're going to move on to a game number 2 after an extremely dominating performance here for top 5. Really just nothing able to get done at all. Union Gaming take one tower, and that's pretty much it. There was a couple signs of life here and there throughout, but they just couldn't deal with the mass of the Dragon Knight, the farmed Mirana, and, well, we'll see how it goes in game number 2 for them.
We'll see indeed. Should be an exciting one.
You guys are watching the American Dota League. Don't go anywhere.